Hello friends, welcome to the 85th session of Hybris tutorial. Guys, in this session, we are going to learn a very important module in Hybris. We are going to learn the ASM module in SAP Hybris. So this video will be the first video in the SAP Hybris ASM series. I will be creating other videos as well related to this topic in the upcoming days. So, in this video, we will be going to discuss these topics. Firstly, I will be discussing very briefly what is ASM, what is the full form of ASM, right, and what is the practical use of ASM module in e commerce, where actually we use the ASM module, who actually use the ASM module in the e commerce industry. Then, guys, I will be showing you some of the end to end steps, right, for doing the setup of ASM in SAP Hybris. I will be telling you which all are the steps which you need to be performed in order to do the setup of ASM in Hybris, right? Then, guys, we will be discussing which all are the major classes which are involved in the ASM functionality, which all are the major Java classes in which major functionalities of ASM are written, so that you can have a view on those classes if you need to do some customizations, right, related to your project. Then finally, I will be showing you a very brief customization, how you can customize the existing ASM functionality. So these are the topics which we will be discussing in this video, and this will cover the major basics of the ASM module in Hybris. So, guys, before starting anything, before explaining what exactly is the ASM, firstly, I want to show you the brief demo of the ASM functionality in SAP Hybris. If I go to my browser, you can see I have the two local setups in my system. One local setup is running on port number 9022, and the second local setup is running on the port number 9002, right? So on the first local setup, which is running on the port number 9022, I have made its server up. You can see I have brought up two servers up, right? That's why I am able to open two local systems, right? So I hope it is clear to you how I am able to, bring two servers up at a time. If you don't know how to bring two servers up at a time, you can watch my video. The link of video is given in the description box of this video, as well as on the top right corner in card section, so you can also watch that video and can bring two local servers up at a time. Also, if you have not done this setup yet, you can watch my video. The link of video is again given in the description box as well as on the top right corner, and you can also do the local setup of B2C accelerator in your system. Right there I have given the end to end steps for doing the B2C accelerator, including the software as well, right? But for now, I have already done. That's why I am able to bring two server up. One is on the running on port number 9022, and second is running on port number 9002. And guys, you can see once I am firing this URL, so you can see once I am firing this URL, this is the UI, right? And if I fire the same URL, right, on the port number 9002, right, if I am firing the same URL just by changing the port number 9002, right, so you can see, guys, this is how it is looking. And here you can see I have the ASM module as well, but for the same URL on port number 9022, my ASM module was not getting opened, right? But on the port number 9002 it is getting open. The reason is I have already done the setup of ASM module on the port number on the server which is running on the port number 9002. That's why I am able to open the ASM module on the server which is running on port number 9002. But guys, I will show you the end-to-end steps for doing this setup on the port number 9022. So don't worry how I have done this setup. But you can see the ASM setup is there on the server which is running on port number 9002. And if I show you by logging into it, you can see I am able to log in as well. So you can see I have just give the username. I will explain you later on how I have created this user, but I will explain you. But as of now, I have just given the username as AS agent, and I'm just logging in. As soon as I have clicked on the sign in button, guys, you will see I will be basically getting logged into the ASM module. So you can see I have been logged into it. So you can see I have been into it, and I can also check the details of any customer, right? So you can see if I end this session, right, I will be able to open any other customer as well. I will explain you the later on what exactly is the use of ASM, but basically this is how ASM module looks like, right? This is how ASM module looks like. I have done the setup on port number 9002. That's why I am able to see this ASM module. But I hope now you have a very brief, right, brief feeling about how ASM module looks like. What is the use of ASM? What is the functionality of ASM? I will explain you in some time, but this is how ASM looks like, right? So I hope it is clear to you. Now, the first and very thing is what is the full form of ASM? So, basically, guys, ASM is Assisted Service Module, right? So, ASM full form is I can write over here the full form of ASM is Assisted Services Module, right? So, this is the full form of ASM, right? Now, what is the practical use of ASM module in e-commerce? So this is very important point. Where exactly is the ASM module used, right? So guys, just think of you have a right, you have an e-commerce website. For example, I have this e-commerce website, and in this e-commerce website, customer basically comes in and they do the purchase. Let's say they do the add to cart, right, and they will basically purchase your item, right? So basically customer has this view where they have to select the product, right? They have to basically choose the product from a list of categories, and in case there is any offer available, they have to apply that coupon as well, and basically they have to place the order, right? So this is how a general e-commerce website looks like I'm a customer, I will go to the PDP page, right, and I will basically add that item into the cart, then I will go to the checkout page and I will complete my purchase, right? But guys, just think, in case I am not expert into it, I even don't have the basic knowledge. As a customer, I don't have even a basic knowledge how to basically place a order, right? Then it will be very difficult for me to use the e-commerce website. Or guys, let's suppose there is another scenario. I am able to go to the PDP page, but then I say that I am not able to add this item into the cart, but some other user is or is able to add that particular item into the cart, right, using his login ID, right? So it means this problem is specific to that customer only. It's that problem is not related to the all customers. So in such scenarios, right, where a customer is not expert into doing the purchase in the e-commerce website, where he needs a second hand help, right, to complete the order on the website, or there is a problem which is specific to a particular customer, right, which is not a generic problem, and someone needs to investigate, or there should be someone who can help the customer basically in identifying whether it is actually a problem or he is doing some mistake, because of that he is not able to complete the purchase. So there should be some module, right, through which a business user, a customer service agent, right, can log in into the website as that particular on the behalf of that particular customer, right, and can purchase and can complete the purchase, right? So this is where the use of ASM module comes up. So I can basically write over here, I can write over here use of ASM module, use of ASM module. So ASM module is used by the customer service agent, assist the customers in completing their purchase. In completing their purchase, how they assist through this module, through this module, ASM, through this module, customer service agent can log into the website, into the website on behalf of customer, on behalf of customer, right? On behalf of customer. When I say on behalf of the customer, it means customer service agent will even have that view that he can even watch the items added into the customer cart, right? And if he adds any item into the cart, that item will be added into the customer cart itself. So it means he will have the full control of the customer profile, right? Any item which is added by the customer service agent, that will be added into the customer cart only. If he places the order, he that order will be placed on behalf of customer itself by the customer service agent. So it means literally customer service agent will have a full control of the customer profile, right? I can show you as well, I can show you a demo as well for that. So you can see guys, if I go over here, so here I have already, right, logged in as a one of the ASM agent. Right now I can search for a particular customer. So you can see I can logged into on behalf of this customer, on behalf of this customer, any customer I can logged into it, right? So you can see like I have selected this customer and I can do the start session, right? So once I click on this start session, then I will be basically logged into now on behalf of this customer, right? I can even check what exactly are the items which are present into this customer cart. I can even add any item into the customer cart. So if I am adding this item into the cart, that item will be actually added into this Amandeep customer only. And who is adding this item? This item is being added by any ASM agent, because now this ASM agent has emulated on behalf of, or this ASM agent has emulated the Amandeep profile, right? So this is basically the use. So I hope now you understand, right, what exactly I am doing. Let's say now I have opened the PDP page. So this PDP page is opened by the AS agent, right? AS agent, customer service agent, on behalf of which customer? On behalf of Amandeep customer. And if he basically adds this item into the cart, this item will be added into the cart of Amandeep customer, right? Not the AS agent, customer service agent, right? So I hope guys it is clear to you what exactly is the ASM functionality, how customer service agent can manage the customer profile, right? And how he can complete the order on behalf of customer. Let's say he basically adds that item into the cart, then he will go to the checkout page, and then he will basically place the item on behalf of customer, right? Only difference is once you will open that order, there in the admin section you will see that this was placed by any customer service agent. That's the only difference. Otherwise that order will be placed like a normal order. Only thing is in the order model we will have one attribute placed by. So that in that placed by, the email ID of this customer service agent will get saved. This is the only difference. So I hope it is clear to you what is the use of ASM module in Hybris and how important is this ASM module, right, in any e-commerce industry. So you can see now this item has been opened. I can add this item into the cart, right? So you can see I have added this item into the cart. Currently for this Amandeep customer, there is no item which is present into the cart, right? Now I have clicked on add to cart button and you can see now there is one item which has been added into this customer cart. So you can see, if I open the cart of this customer, you will see there will be one item which has been added into this customer cart, right? So I hope it is clear to you. And one more thing which I can show you is, if I go to this customer, right, let's say I basically go to this customer and I basically open this customer, let's say in any other browser, right? Not this time as a AS agent, this time as a normal customer. If I open this profile, I will just copy the email address of this customer. The customer email address is, so what I will do, guys, I will basically open this, you can say, this customer, right, in any other browser. So I will copy this, right? And what I will do, I will open the incognito window, right? And I will just try to, you can say, open this customer, right? So now I'm doing the sign in, right? So you can see I'm doing the sign in, and I just want to show you, right, because now what I have done as a ASM agent, I have added one item into the customer cart, right? Now I want to show you that even that customer can also now see that yes, this one item has been added into his cart, so that he can basically review that yes, the ASM agent has added the correct item into his cart, and he can basically give a consent to the ASM agent that yes, he can basically place that item, right? He can place the order with that item. Okay, so I'm just trying to log in into this customer, right? And you can see, guys, this customer also has the same item which ASM agent had basically added into this customer cart, right? So I hope now the end-to-end functionality is clear to you, how the ASM module basically works, right? How it is important for any e-commerce website, right? Now, guys, the next step is we will be discussing how I have done this setup, right? As you can see on the port number 9002, right, this is some module functionality is working, but on the port number 9022, this functionality is still not working, right? So what all are the steps which are involved in order to do this setup, that I am going to tell you, right? So there are a couple of steps which you needs to be performed, so we will be performing those steps one by one. And before doing those steps, I just want to make one thing clear. So first of all, I have the two hybrid setups, right? One setup is basically in the downloads folder. In the downloads folders, I directly have one hybrid suite, right? So this is basically running on port number 9022, on which currently I have not done the setup. I will show you the setup on this hybrid setup, right? And second is this one, which is present. This software is present in the download softwares folder, right? And in this hybrid setup, I have already done the setup, right? That's why on port number 9002, I was able to show you the ASM module. So basically, this hybrid setup is running on port number 9002, right? And this hybrid setup, which is directly in the download folder, this is running on port number 9022. And here I have not done the ASM setup yet. I will do the setup on this, you can say, on this hybrid setup only, right? So what all are the steps to do the ASM setup that I am going to tell you now. First of thing, guys, is you need to ensure which version of Hybris you are using, whether you are using the 2211 Hybris version, 2011 Hybris version, 1905, 1808, which version of Hybris you are using. This is the first thing which you need to take care of. And how you will be able to know which version of Hybris you are using. Let's say I am this using this Hybris version, right? And inside the platform, there is a one file, build dot number. You have to open this file in order to know which Hybris version you are using, right? So you can see over here, I can easily see that I am using the Hybris version 2211, right? So in the similar way, you can also check which Hybris version you are using. This is the first step you need to know, right? So I can write over here steps to perform perform for doing the ASM setup in SAP Commerce Hybris. So first step is identify the Hybris version. And how you will identify? By going into the platform folder, right? And then open the build.number file, right? Then just see which version of Hybris you are using, right? Now, guys, here comes the difference. If you are using any Hybris version after 1905, right? After Hybris version 1905, if I go over here, right? If I go over here in the any Hybris version after 1905, here you will have the different recipes, right? In the Hybris version 1905 or previous to this Hybris version, over here you will see different type of recipes. One is B2C ACC, second will recipe will be B2C, right, B2B ACC. So such type of recipes you will see, right, in Hybris version previous to 1905. What type of recipes we would have? B2C ACC, right, B2B ACC, B2C ACC plus, right? Such type of recipes you will see, right? B2B ACC plus, right? So such type of recipes you will see. But now after the Hybris version 1905, right now Hybris has given us CX recipes only. We just have to install this CX recipe, and with this you will have the flavor of both B2B and B2C, right? But in Hybris version 1905 or previous to this, you have to install the B2B or B2C recipes separately. And guys, if you had installed these recipes, then you have to perform the separate steps to, install the ASM module in Hybris. But if you have installed the B2C ACC plus or B2B ACC plus recipes, you don't need to perform some of the steps to, do the setup of ASM module, right? I will tell you which all steps you don't need to perform if you have installed these recipes, right? So this is the one thing which you need to take care of based on the Hybris version, right? So the first step which you need to perform is you need to add some extensions or add-ons in your local extension.xml file, right? So this is the first step which you need to perform in order to do the ASM setup in your local, right? In local extensions.xml file. And where is this file? This file is present in the config folder, right? For example, guys, if I show you over here, right, I have this Hybris folder, then I have this config folder, and over here I have the local extension.xml file, right? So I have to, add some ASM module specific, right, ASM module specific extensions or add-ons, right, to do the ASM module setup. And one more thing is, guys, if I show you, this ASM is nothing. This is basically, I can say ASM is nothing. ASM is a add-on, right? And I hope you know the difference between add-on and extension. I have already told you this difference in one of my video. If you have not watched that video, you can watch that video by clicking on the link which is given in description box as well as on top right corner. But ASM is an add-on which is installed on But guys, this is all about the ASM module. This is all about the first part of our first video related to the ASM module. I will be creating more videos on this ASM module because it has very important functionalities to cover, right? But today we have discussed the basics of the ASM, how to set up the ASM in SAP Hybris, and then which all are the major classes. And finally, we learned how you can do the customization in the ASM functionality. So I hope this video is important for you. This video will be useful for you once you will do the ASM related changes, once you will implement the ASM functionality in your project as well. And guys, if you like this video, please share this video with your friends. Thank you for watching. Bye.